Everything litty, I love when it's hot. Turn it to city, I broke up the notch. Got some more millies, I keep me a knot.
Yeah.
I create history and made me alive.
Did I do that right?
You made me real happy. Yeah, I wasn't even ready for that.
Specific. Yeah, he got some real specific some ad-libs in there. That was gonna be my next one. Oh, here you go dying. My God.
Nah, we back. We switched up. Had to switch it up on y'all one time.
One time.
With the balls, real quick.
Yo, you know what I found out? Like, mad random. I'm sorry. So, like, I'm talking to Jordan, right? And he said something. Is it yada? He was he say yada yada yada? Whatever. But you know how we be like You be like, and then They looked at me like I was crazy. I'm like, yo, you don't know what the means? And they're just like, nah, we do the boom boom something or bing bang.
Boom boom boom.
I don't know. It was something like
shit they be saying up there is Adu up the bim or some shit like that.
Something like something stupid. And I was like, so you're telling me you was never just having a store? And he was like, and then and then we went, to the store and they're like, what? And I'm mad confused. When did I like stop being a thing? Like we just, I know that so boom, I know that's like a thing too now, but like
we got that from us, but they keep going.
No, I'm saying just in general. When did we just stop saying like
that shit was that shit got really hot like for like a second in like 17.
All right, pizza
and then it kind of just went away. But it was only like us though, like the East Coast, like New York and shit.
Was it?
It really like nobody else is saying that. Like
y'all are whack.
Remember like one of the reasons people really knew about that nationwide was because of Bobby Shmurda.
Bro, bring him back, cause shit.
No, bring back Bobby, please.
For real.
How about we trade Tekashi for Bobby?
I feel like the delegation, they take that trade. Trade approved.
Cause a motherfucker like Bobby Shmurda, like he only gonna get in trouble if he ain't got shit to do. If you let him rap,
he just gotta stop snitching on himself. Tekashi snitched on everybody else. Bobby said, "Fuck it, I'm going for myself. We gonna cut the middleman." Got you. Copy. Can we still say that? Is that still no? Boppy? We not? No.
Nah. Right. What can you say now?
Moving forward.
It slaps. It slaps.
No, that's the Midwest thing. It slaps.
Nah, motherfuckers like be trying to. I hate that shit with all my heart.
Because what is slapping? What is the? Use it as a verb.
The most I'll give y'all is like that shit hit. Or that's the most I let people rock with. But it slaps. It's terrible.
People was coming at me the other day because they was like, "Oh, you know what Nia.Biaa saying? Something B. Yeah, you got it, son." And I'm like, you're not really about to come at my neck like that. That's not okay. It's not okay. I'm out here repping for all the New York niggas. Fuck y'all. Fuck
That's
y'all.
a fact. But yeah, we gotta say what's up to the people. It's your headwiners in charge.
Oh,
yeah. It's your boy Mikey Rocks, 3X's cousin.
Hi, whiners. It's Nia.Biaa because I love you. That's it.
What you sipping on?
All love. It's just lemon water.
It's what?
It's lemon water. It's Sunday.
Oh, you got lemons to cut up and put in your water at home?
Well, I cooked salmon today, so I had to chef it up with the lemon juice in there. So then I was like, well, I'm not about to, black people, I'm not throwing this good ass lemon, even though I squeezed the shit out of it. Like, I'm not throwing this whole ass lemon away. Nah, we about to put that bitch in the water and cleanse.
Word.
Okay, all the bad juju.
Facts, I feel that. Speaking of bad juju and stuff like that and cleansing, how was your weekend?
It was good. I was tranquil. Is that
tranquil?
Yeah, like I was very at peace. Was chilling.
Tranquil, Peter Quill.
I would. Why can't just be happy? I don't understand.
Oh, I forgot he didn't come back, right? Did he come back?
Wait, what? What are you talking about?
I said Tranquil, Peter Quill. What did you think I said?
Oh, I don't know. I usually just ignore you. I'm not gonna hold you. Like, well, I know I need to.
Is
listen
that his
to
name?
You when
Is
you start
Peter Quill?
like screaming and shit. From what?
His name Peter Quill?
What are you talking about?
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes, Peter. Yeah.
All right, bet.
You want?
Yeah, Peter Quill.
These people about to tune out. We ain't said nothing. It's about 5 minutes in.
Yeah. All right. So, my weekend was much
Yes,
better,
how was
much
your
more eventful.
weekend? Oh, fuck you and your eventful weekend. What's wrong with my weekend? Fuck out of
You don't be
here.
doing shit.
What are you talking about?
What
I had
Friday?
things that I did. I just chose to admit that part. Thank you.
So you didn't do shit.
All
So
right.
anyway, Friday, Friday kicked it with the bros, so that was cool. Did a little cookout
They
thing.
don't even like
I'm a
you.
Neo, so I didn't even eat, so it don't really matter.
That's trash. That's trash. You should have
Like,
did what your mother told you to do. Eat before you leave, so you're not
and
disappointed.
I ended up getting Chinese food that night, so it was kind of, it worked itself out because I really wanted Chinese food, but I got invited last second, and I was like, fuck, yeah, fucking up the vibe right now. Saturday, I tried to go get my car. You know when you get, well, you don't know.
This is
When
not
you
about
get
to
like a
be
new
a
car.
full down rundown. I need the Spark Notes edition of your
I
weekend.
had
Like,
like a little barbecue. I had like a going away
thank you.
party, a
Shit.
little fake little going away get together. Shout out to my friends that came through and you know what I mean. We ate, we cooked it, we laughed. You know, had a really good
And that's
time.
all that
Your boy
matters.
was on the grill.
Boom.
All that matters. Also, to Herson, if you ever come to my place and you start asking me about how I cook my chicken, if I clean my chicken, I will kindly show you to the
Why
door.
are you calling this man by his government's name?
I didn't say his last name, so
You
shut
don't know.
up.
I'm just saying, like, some people don't want their whole name out there like that.
You definitely just said Jordan, so I'm not even trying to hear it.
Yeah, that was
But
definitely on the deleted one. So now you out here saying two government names.
but today I went to play basketball. I mean, cook some people, and I played a little Call of Duty, and now we're here.
Alrighty, well,
I
now
mean,
we
happy
here.
Sunday.
Happy Sunday, people.
Happy Sunday.
We all hope that your weekend was amazing. And that's it.
And shout out to all of us that actually get to celebrate Veterans Day.
Oh, tomorrow. Black people came Memorial's Day, so, you know.
Huh?
I said Black people have Memorial's Day, so, you know, about Veterans Day ain't gonna hold you.
What's the difference between the two?
So Veterans Day was not necessarily like for everyone. It was pretty much for white people. And so Black people, obviously, like we always are, got tired of their bullshit and decided we was gonna make our own to celebrate and honor our own veterans that fought in the war. That they
You dead ass? That's what Memorial Day is?
My guy. Yes, you don't know what Memorial Day came from. You dead ass. You play with me or you dead ass? Oh, you look dead ass.
I did not.
Yes. Nobody told you?
Who's gonna tell me?
School?
They gonna tell me Black History?
Oh, Jesus. How you say mezami?
So then it became a national holiday, but it's now it's a national holiday.
Yes, it is. Just like Martin Luther King Day and Black History Month and all that other stuff.
You should go all of February off from everything.
From everything, my guy.
Just everything. Like we don't pay like we don't like we should like everything should be tax free in February for us. I'll take that.
Tax free? I mean, I'm not
Everything
opposed. I'm just, I just want you to flesh that out a little bit.
Like your taxes, Black people are tax exempt during the month of February.
Oh, we get everything tax free. I thought you was
everything tax exempt. That'd be fine because like it can't be no shit like we get the whole month off. Obviously, that's extreme. But tax exempt for the month of February, bro, that'd be fine.
Okay, I'm digging it.
You know what I mean, it's just something to put out there. If anybody's listening, you know what I mean, your president, maybe, I don't know. But anyway, what was I gonna say? What was we talking about before? Now on a more serious though, no, like, for real, like, we're not recording on the day of Veterans Day. So we just want to say like, happy Veterans Day to those who actually did serve. Happy Veterans Day to those who aren't with us, because they did serve. Yeah, like to me, military's always been like something really cool. I've always like admired. I mean, it runs deep like in, my fraternity. It's military. I remember that day when we got to go to Fleet Week in New York, and I was like geeking out because I got to put on the military gear and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So again, like I said, I just want to give that shout out to all veterans and everything. Thank you for your service.
Right. And shout out to y'all for fighting in the white man's war. So, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Hey man, sometimes that's really the only way out for some of us is go to the military. So
Like I said, you
yeah,
gotta
shout out to
do
all
what you
those
got to do.
that was your only way out, and you took it.
That's a fact. All right. So you had a topic for us. What is it?
Yeah, so I had one of my friends asked me a question. He said, I'm paraphrasing. Basically, why do black women date below themselves? Why do they settle? Why do they?
Oh, that's mad easy, and we can end the podcast in about 2 minutes because you are all trash.
Fill me in. Fill me in.
That's it. That's it. That's the podcast. Men are trash.
This is why nobody wants to listen to y'all because that makes no sense.
What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
we give y'all a chance to talk, and then legit garbage comes out of you.
Is that what happened? Men are trash. How are we supposed to date up when you are all trash?
Everybody's trash.
The only way we could date up is if we dated each other.
Okay, so
lesbians for all 2020 in this bitch. What's up?
Okay, why are men trash? Huh? Why are men trash? Why are men trash?
I mean, pick a day and just pick it. You know.
Why is your boy? It's always the women that are happily in a relationship, happily getting dick down, happily getting presents.
I get presents.
Remember you said that when Christmas come around and your birthday. It's gonna be a real nice couple months in my pockets. But it's always y'all that's going with this. But like, men are trash, men are trash, men are this, men are that. And I'm like,
I mean, but like, why? You aren't.
Why?
How as a species, y'all are trash. Like the reason why we have to date down is because, I was literally about to get in my bag, but go ahead.
Oh, my bad.
No, please go. No,
I didn't say anything.
Ask your question.
But I didn't say anything.
Oh, it looked like he was about to say something. No? Okay. In my opinion, I feel that the reason why women have to date down in terms of dating men is because the men that would be quote unquote up don't feel as if those women are quote unquote worthy or in like some type of shape or fashion, right? In the sense of the fact that they might be too independent or might be too headstrong. I had a man tell me I talk too much. Like there's a lot of fuck you. There's a lot of men who still believe in like very chauvinistic, very misogynistic ideas of like the way like a man and woman's relationship is supposed to be. Like they believe that you're supposed to go to work and cook for them and have the house clean and do all these and take care of kids. Like, so I feel like for women sometimes they have to see, or they see like the first nice man that comes to them and they're like, fuck it, out of all the people that I've run into,
he smiled at me. You know what?
If the bar is that low, I recommend a therapist. However, I also understand where they're coming from. Because you know what's, God damn it, sometimes like smiling at me is nice. Saying I look nice is nice. Holding the door open is fucking nice. Like texting me back is nice. There are a lot of people who would technically, I guess you could say, like on society standards, be on my level, but they are trash individuals. So why would I date someone like that when I could date someone who actually gives a fuck about like me? And then you have to definitely think about what it means to quote unquote date down. Am I dating down because like, or in your sense dating down because he's not like rich? Am I dating down because he's not like, I don't know, like the flyest dude at the ballpark? Like I'm not sure exactly what you mean by dating down. I wouldn't date someone that was below my level of like caliber. I think like emotionally or like driven wise and things of that nature, but I really can't. I guess you have to tell me what you mean by like, because I don't know. I don't
know. So with that, so I'm gonna have to go into the mind of the person that asked me the question. If you're wondering what I'm looking is ice cream cake, but
so you went to go get ice cream cake? Is that what you really just went to do?
Are you really gonna make this a
I
thing?
think I might. So you really just sat there, got up to go get ice cream cake?
Anyway, so the person that asked me the question, I think from their perspective, they was talking about in the sense of dating men who may not have the same, may not be getting the same as much money as them, or might not be when you start to think at like our age or like kind of like that 20 to 25 range when you're still in school, like who might not be as involved, might not be doing as much. So when you start, I'm talking more about like the what do you bring to the table kind of stuff.
See, like, if he's a
Not even
deadbeat, then it's probably going to be more along the lines that, like, they might make them feel special. And I think that's what a lot of men, especially men who are, like, more successful, they don't necessarily feel like they need to make the person that they're with feel special anymore. And that's a problem. So why would I would probably more inclined to, like, talk and date someone who makes me feel special and makes me feel valued versus somebody who's got more money. Like, I wouldn't. Does that make sense?
no.
I don't know what to tell you. You gotta elaborate.
All right. I'm not sure. I think because like when I think about it, right? This is what I told them when they asked me the question. The first thing I said too was because men are trash, and I said, but let me stop. Let me not just be that plain. Let me get into detail about it. I was like, look, like, I said, and actually, what he also said. Let me not leave this part out. I said, let me not leave this part out. He said that not only is it why do black women date down, but why do they date men that would not reciprocate?
What are you talking about?
Meaning, my friend, when he asked me this question,
Uh-huh.
why do black women date men that would not date them? That would not date them in reverse. Like if the roles were reversed, they wouldn't do it.
Well, men don't date
So,
down in general
and that's what I started to talk about. I said, well, part of
because
it
they don't
is
have to
that.
date down.
Oh,
Well,
well, man.
I'm just saying, like, in general, they don't have to. Like, women outnumber men, so there's way more like there's way more women out there for men. So in the sense of, like, if he's just not happy, all he has to do is, like, get up and go. If she doesn't fit like a certain mold or whatever his expectations are, he can deadass just get up and go. Versus for, like, women, there's not as many men versus women. So of course, like, it's not too many people out here that I can just be with in general because of whatever qualifications that they're missing cuts that in half. And then you cut out people who might have kids. Like, for me personally, right, you got kids, probably don't want to be a stepmom at 25. That's just not something I'm into at this moment, so I would have to cut those people down. People who are probably not, like, driven or doing anything with them, like, you got to cut that down, so your population is extremely small. So then when you date someone you feel like is on your caliber, but they're not doing things that make you happy, you're probably gonna be like, okay, well, let me lower my expectations some in order to get some type of happiness, is what I'm guessing is happening.
Yeah, I mean, there's that part. So that definitely part is something that is obviously at play for him. Like when I had that conversation, I looked at it more from like a systemic thing. I was like, I mean, you got to go back. Black women have always supported black men more than black men have supported women.
Ding 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 message.
You know what I mean? So I was like, this is just another manifestation of that. You know what I mean? So when you think about it, of course, and as we go along, I'm gonna keep showing more of the conversation. And he was talking about like, why is it that black women stay within the race more than black men do? And I was like, well, that's because black women love
Because we love
blackness
ourselves.
Yeah, we love. I wouldn't go there. I wouldn't say that.
No, you said love blackness. We are black. We love ourselves. We love the idea of
Oh, you talking about that? You talking about as far as stuff. You talking about blackness in
I
general.
don't feel like they don't love themselves in the other sense either, though.
Who?
Black women, like, they don't love. That's a different conversation. Keep going.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah. So I was like, yeah, like black women again have been more invested in the struggle as a whole. Yeah, I mean, black men have always been very like we are here for the liberation of black people, but really it was a very specific
No,
group.
they meant
You know
themselves.
what I mean?
They are
You know
here
what I
for the
mean? And
liberation
it's
of the
just
black man.
yeah. So it's like and it's a it's a very narrow-minded, very narrow-scoped movement when you think about when those led by black males
Black men
who
got
are like
nerve,
cisgender.
like being upset that black
Yeah, we're
women
not gonna make
date
this just the
outside the
shitting on
race.
black men
Man,
podcast, all
what?
right?
Excuse me?
Because at that, I could just sit back, eat my cake, and just let you talk for the next 10 minutes if you
No,
want to do
because
that.
that's not fair. Like, how you gonna be mad that we date outside the race as if we ain't date all you other bum ass dudes out there first trying to find black love, and then here
I've
y'all
never met
go.
a man that was mad at a woman for
Black
dating
men get
outside the race.
mad at black women for dating outside the race all the time. And what I like from what I've observed in my own personal experience, like black black women, it seems like, will date outside the race as a last resort, if that makes sense. It's not something we're going for. It's not something like that was like sought out. Like it was something that probably just fell in their lap and they're like, fuck it. It didn't work out in all this other ways. Like maybe we should, maybe I should try this. Why not? Especially if you're dark skinned, because definitely know that plight of like black men don't want you because of A, B, C, D, E, F, G, insert whatever the issue is here. So it gets me tight because 9 times out of 10, that black woman has dated a plethora of black men trying to find her black king, and it did not work out for whatever reason. Black men step outside their race every 2 minutes and got the nerve to be upset. I don't understand it.
I can't speak for that, truthfully. Like like I said, like at the end of the day, I'm only gonna know about the people I talk to, and the friends I talk to, the people I have these conversations with, do not feel this
Because
way.
they're immersed in their
Like-minded,
blackness.
yeah. My friends are like-minded individuals, and I myself, you know, what I mean, I've never thought that way. Um, but going back to what I was saying before, like with this idea of black women being more invested in the black culture, the black love, black centric, everything like that. It's like I think black for what it's worth to kind of give a little more context for those who may like not know what we're talking about. Why? Let's talk about why is there that difference in perspective on the black experience? Like, why are black women so much more invested? Why is there so much love coming for the black women as far as men who are more just kind of like, nah, I don't really want the dark skinned girl.
I
Like,
feel like
where's that? What is that coming
I
from?
feel like black men have more of an opportunity to step outside of blackness due to them being a man, if that makes sense. So if you think of like Sidney Poitier, right? Like he's a famous actor, he's a black man. He married a white woman specifically because having a white woman got him in more doors. I remember, I think it was Eartha Kitt that was saying she was having an affair with him, like some type of, romantic relationship. And he basically said, like, I can't marry you because you're a black woman. Like, you're not going to propel me the way I need to be propelled. And I think it boils down to obviously like them playing into that idea that whiteness means money, whiteness means wealth, whiteness means success. So they get to step in it to a certain degree. Like obviously they're still a black man, like they've got boundaries, like we're not going to completely ignore that, but they definitely get to step outside of that more than black women do. They've got 2 strikes against them, being black and being women. It's not happening. Versus a man still has that type of privilege, still is able to get away with that. Once they've, I guess, subscribed to the white man's idea of what success looks like, if that makes sense. For me personally, that's where I think that comes from.
Yeah, and then with that, there is obviously a disparity in the levels of oppression between the two groups as far as black men and black women, and I think it's no secret the more oppressed you are, the more likely you are to, I mean, not say completely, but it tends to be the more oppressed you are, the more likely you are to be more empathetic to the plight of those around you and oppressed people in general. So with that being said, like I think that's why you'll see black women who are more friendly to their queer counterparts, to their, you know what I mean, to just all, oppressed groups. You'll see them on the front lines for everybody. But black men, are you gonna be hearing us screaming like, nah, like why you over here trying to help everybody else? We gotta help black people first. It's like we gotta help self, self, self. You know what I mean? So it's like there's a lot of things that come into play when you start to think about that. And but that being said, like for us, you really touched on a good point. It's like for us, it's transactional. When we think about who we're gonna be with, it's transactional. So, what can this person do for me? Who can I pull up to the block with that's gonna have everybody saying, "Yo, Shorty's bad." Da, da, da. It's the light skinned girl. It's the white girl. It's the foreign. It's the whatever the case may be. So for us, it's about who's gonna, make us the hottest on the block.
I think that you
You know what I mean?
definitely see like a shift now in what it means for women to quote unquote be dating down. Because I've realized, or what I've been seeing recently, is that women are not settling for like settling for like the bare minimums, especially now that like you see a lot of women getting this bag. There's a lot of black entrepreneur women out here, you know what I mean? Like they're the highest educated, like I mean, they're out here setting standards for themselves. They are no longer allowing for bare minimums to be the thing. Now, like I said before, it all also depends on what you think like is the bare minimum or dating down. Because me personally, if a guy doesn't necessarily have to be making six figures, but if he makes me feel like I am the best thing that has touched like this earth, listen, I'll trade that any day for a man who thinks buying me a nice bracelet is gonna suffice for affection and things of that nature. That just doesn't do it for me.
I ain't buying your shit.
Thank you. I appreciate it. But it all depends on what really matters to that person. Now, if those bracelets are the things that matter, then she's gonna go after somebody who with those things, right? I don't know. It really just depends on what your idea of dating down is. Like I think for some men, they look at other men and they're like, well, if he doesn't have the nice car, if he doesn't have the money, if he doesn't have the this, then it's down. And sometimes it don't. She be winning, she be smiling. That's the only thing that's like that really matters. Like you might think he's corny, but that man makes me feel like everything in this and you couldn't do that. So who's the real corny one?
We got to wrap up soon, so I want to get into something that my response to this all the time. Like I always, whenever we get to this conversation, you always hear me say, "Well, y'all not forced to pick anyone anymore." It's not back in the day when like you said, black women are the most educated, right? So you don't need someone to provide for you anymore. You don't need someone to get you a house. You don't need someone to do anything for you anymore. So at what point is it that you let go of this like stigma or this stereotype, and it's just you don't want if they don't meet your standard, they don't meet your standard. Like why is it this need to be with someone? It's a question. It's a real question.
I don't know. And there are a lot of single people out here in general, especially like the ones that shit. When I scroll down the feed, I'm not seeing a bunch of people who have been snatched up. So, I mean, simply because they're like, listen, if you can't meet me here, then there's really nothing to talk about. You know what I mean? I got 1,000 things on my plate. Like, your presence is supposed to make things more enjoyable, not necessarily more complicated. So if that's what you're on and you're not on my level, or at least striving to be on my level or greater, then I really don't know what conversations we can have. You know what I mean? So like I said, it really boils down to what do those people feel like is the play down, I guess. Because for them, they're probably like, I'm out here winning. I don't know what y'all are doing, but.
Yeah, because for me, like, I do my best to be empathetic. I do my best not to tell people of other identities like how to live their lives and things like that. It's just with this one, I'm just like, at what point is it do you just like? I get it. Nobody likes being alone. Nobody likes being single. Nobody likes, watching everybody else boot up and everything like that. But well, I say this to people all the time. It's like, what are the odds that you're gonna find the person you actually are supposed to be with at 20 or 21? Like, you gotta think, there's billions of people on the planet. You haven't even reached 25 yet. People be like, I'm gonna be alone forever. Bro, chill. Like I think we just, because we see everybody else, we're so easy to see other people in relationships and things like that. It feels like we're behind, and it feels like there's this pressure to get hitched. And yes, there was a time when men were in control. We were the ones that chose women, but like, I wish more women would take that control and understand that you don't have to wait to be chosen anymore. Like
yeah, but like we're just, I mean, like this whole wave of everything is kind of just now becoming a phenomenon. Like you have to think about it. It's only been what 60, maybe 78. I can't remember when women were actually like allowed to vote. It wasn't very that long, long ago,
yeah.
and where they were able to get jobs and when they were able to, live on their own and get their own property. I mean, like, so we're still breaking a lot of different other molds before we're like letting go, I think, of like the traditional sense of what it is to become somebody's partner, like who's the aggressor, who's the one who goes and gets the person, or tells them that they're attracted and all these other things. I think a lot of people are still operating on the, well, if he wants me, he'll come get me, versus the shit, I want him, what's up, like type of thing. So I wouldn't necessarily put that on them, because you have to understand like all of the like systems that have been put in place for them not to think that way. Is going to be at least another generation or two before women really kind of shed that mold, like, and really start to, I think, do that. I mean, because this is years and hundreds of years, like, where it's been the opposite, if that makes sense.
No, that's a fact. I feel you. 100% feel you on that one. But yeah, to just, I hope we, this satisfied what you want to
Probably
hear.
not. He was
Hopefully,
ready for us to scream. People always keep telling me like they just like the fact that I yell at you. Like,
that's really what. Yeah,
that's really what this podcast
yeah.
is. You tell me something, and I go on a rant for 15 minutes straight about how you're wrong.
Yeah, I'll be that for y'all. I'll be.
Oh, you'll be the
as your king.
as your
I'll go to war.
okay, king. Okay.
As your king, I'll do that for you. I'm glad.
I mean, once you realize that I am right,
all right, y'all. It's been
would
great.
be just so much easier.
Let's wrap it up.
I keep praying for you to see the light. I really do.
Listen to y'all. Make sure you hit that subscribe button.
That I am the best thing that ever happened
at the One Night Pod on Instagram.
One day.
We here.
Y'all pray for me.
Follow us. And listen, anytime we post up, please feel free to comment. Feel free to DM anything.
Feel free to tell Michael he's wrong.
We want to interact. It ain't gonna do much. It ain't gonna do much. But yeah, we really appreciate all the love, the comments, the likes, the DMs, everything. Like, we definitely got a few of those in the past few episodes. We really appreciate it. So keep that coming.
We've also had some people say that they'd like to be on the podcast recently. So if you'd like to also be a guest, my gosh, we can do that too. Let us know, and we got you.
And if they can be worked out, listen, me and Nia not even in the same area, same state. So if you're trying to get down, just let us know. We'll figure it out. Just let us know.
Definitely. All right, whiners. Bye.
All right, peace and love.